Life has an interesting way of presenting us with opportunities. But here's the catch. It doesn't come with instructions. It doesn't knock on your door and say, hey, this is your moment. Don't miss it. No, it leaves that part up to you. And too often we let those moments slip away because we're distracted, complacent, or just plain asleep at the wheel. Let me ask you something. How long have you been telling yourself that someday things will change? Someday you'll start that business, write that book, take better care of your health, or finally chase the dreams you've had since you were young. But here's the hard truth. Someday isn't a day on the calendar. If you wait for someday, it'll never come. The only time you truly have is today, right now, this very second. Think about it. Every single morning you wake up with potential. Potential to grow, to learn, to create, to become more than you were yesterday. But potential without action is like a car without fuel. It might look good sitting there, but it's not going anywhere. And here's the thing, you can't blame traffic or bad weather for where you are in life. You can only look in the mirror and ask yourself one question. Am I doing everything I can to make the most of what I've been given? Success isn't some magical event that happens overnight. It's built step by step, decision by decision. It's choosing to read a book instead of watching TV. It's deciding to wake up early instead of hitting snooze 5 times. It's saying no to the easy path and yes to the meaningful one. These small choices might seem insignificant in the moment, but over time they add up to something extraordinary. But here's the problem. Most people settle. They convince themselves that their current situation is as good as it gets. They trade their dreams for comfort and call it being realistic. But being realistic shouldn't mean giving up on your potential. Realism should mean understanding that growth requires effort, discipline, and sacrifice. It means accepting that if you want something better, you have to become someone better. Now don't get me wrong, this journey won't be easy. There will be days when doubt creeps in, when failure knocks you down, when the world tries to tell you that you're not good enough. But listen carefully. The world is wrong. You are capable of so much more than you think. What you need isn't talent. It's determination. Talent can take you far, but determination will take you all the way. So here's my challenge to you. Stop wasting your potential. Stop waiting for permission to succeed. Start taking responsibility for your life, your growth, and your future. Invest in yourself. Learn new skills. Surround yourself with people who lift you higher. Take risks, even if they scare you. Because at the end of the day, regret isn't about the things you tried and failed. It's about the things you never tried at all. Remember, life rewards action. It rewards persistence. It rewards those who refuse to give up no matter how tough the road gets. So wake up. Pay attention. Decide right now that you're done playing small. Decide that from this moment forward you're going to live with purpose, passion, and intention. Because deep down you already know you've got greatness inside you. All you have to do is bring it out. Let's talk about time for a moment. Time is one of the most valuable resources you have. Yet it's also the easiest to waste. Think about how many hours you spend scrolling through social media, or watching videos that don't add anything meaningful to your life. Now multiply that by days, weeks, months, even years. It adds up fast, doesn't it? And before you know it, you've lost chunks of your life doing things that don't move you closer to your goals. The truth is, everyone gets 24 hours in a day. No more, no less. What separates those who achieve greatness from those who stay stuck isn't the amount of time they have, it's what they do with it. Successful people understand that time is finite, so they treat it like gold. They prioritize their actions based on what matters most. They focus on activities that align with their vision and eliminate distractions that pull them off course. So ask yourself this, are you using your time wisely or are you letting it slip away unnoticed? If you're serious about reaching your full potential, start paying attention to where your minutes go. Keep track of how much time you spend on tasks that truly contribute to your growth versus those that just fill space. Then make adjustments. Cut out the clutter. Replace mindless habits with intentional ones. For example, instead of spending an hour aimlessly browsing online, use that time to learn something new. Listen to an audiobook, watch an educational video, or practice a skill you've been wanting to develop. Small changes like these can create massive shifts over time. Now let's address another critical factor, your environment. You've probably heard the saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. There's a lot of truth to that. Your surroundings shape your mindset, your behavior, and ultimately your results. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, doubt, or mediocrity, it becomes incredibly hard to break free and rise above. On the other hand, if you immerse yourself in positivity, inspiration, and ambition, you'll naturally elevate your own standards. This doesn't mean you need to cut ties with everyone who doesn't share your dreams, but it does mean being mindful of who influences you and surround yourself with people who challenge you to grow, who believe in your abilities even when you doubt yourself, and who encourage you to step outside your comfort zone. Seek mentors, join communities, and engage with individuals who are further along the path than you are. Learn from their experiences, adopt their strategies, and let their success inspire you to reach new heights. At the same time, take responsibility for creating an environment that supports your goals. Clean up your space, both physically and mentally. Declutter your home, organize your workspace, and remove anything that drags you down. Fill your walls with quotes that motivate you. Play music that energizes you, and keep reminders of your purpose close at hand. When your environment reflects the person you want to become, it becomes easier to stay focused and driven. Of course, none of this matters if you don't take care of yourself. Your body is the vehicle that carries you through life, and if you neglect it, you'll struggle to perform at your best. This means eating nutritious food, staying hydrated, getting enough sleep, and exercising regularly. These might sound like basic tips, but they're often overlooked because they require effort and consistency. Yet the impact they have on your energy levels, mental clarity, and overall well-being is undeniable. Think about it. If you're constantly tired, stressed, or unwell, how can you expect to tackle challenges and seize opportunities? How can you show up fully for yourself and others? Prioritizing self-care isn't selfish, it's essential. It allows you to operate at peak performance and ensures you have the stamina to keep pushing forward, even when the going gets tough. So commit to taking better care of yourself. Start small if you need to. Go for a walk, drink more water, or establish a bedtime routine. But be consistent. Over time, these habits will compound, giving you the strength and resilience you need to thrive. Speaking of resilience, let's talk about failure. Because if there's one thing guaranteed in life, it's that you're going to face setbacks. Everyone does. Even the most successful people have stumbled along the way. The difference lies in how they respond. Some people let failure define them. They give up, make excuses, and retreat into comfort zones. Others see failure as feedback. They analyze what went wrong, adjust their approach, and try again with renewed determination. Which category do you fall into? Do you let fear of failure hold you back, or do you embrace it as part of the process? Here's the reality. Failure isn't fatal. It's not the end of the road. It's simply a detour. Every mistake teaches you something valuable. Every obstacle strengthens your resolve, and every disappointment prepares you for future victories. The key is to reframe how you view failure. Instead of seeing it as a reflection of your worth, see it as a stepping stone towards success. One of the best ways to overcome fear of failure is to adopt a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. With this perspective, challenges become opportunities to improve, criticism becomes constructive feedback, and setbacks become lessons. It's a powerful shift that empowers you to take risks, push boundaries, and continuously evolve. To cultivate a growth mindset, start by embracing curiosity. Ask questions, seek knowledge, and remain open to new ideas. Celebrate progress, no matter how small, and recognize that mastery takes time. Be patient with yourself and trust the process. And above all, never stop learning. Whether it's reading books, attending workshops, or experimenting with new approaches, always strive to expand your horizons. The more you learn, the more equipped you'll be to handle whatever comes your way. Another crucial element of unlocking your potential is setting clear, compelling goals. Without a destination in mind, it's easy to wander aimlessly, wasting time and energy on pursuits that don't align with your vision. Goals give you direction. They provide a roadmap for where you want to go and a benchmark for measuring your progress. But not all goals are created equal. To truly harness their power, you need to set them intentionally. Start by defining what success looks like for you. Forget society's expectations or comparisons to others. Focus on what fulfills you personally, what excites you, what makes you feel alive. Once you have clarity on your why, break it down into specific, measurable objectives. Make sure these goals are challenging yet achievable, and attach deadlines to create a sense of urgency. Write them down, review them regularly, and visualize yourself achieving them. Studies show that people who write down their goals are far more likely to accomplish them than those who don't. As you work towards your goals, remember to celebrate milestones along the way. Acknowledge your achievements, no matter how minor they may seem. Doing so reinforces positive behavior and keeps you motivated to keep going. At the same time, be flexible enough to adapt when necessary. Life rarely goes according to plan, and sometimes you'll need to pivot or recalibrate. That's okay. The important thing is to stay committed to your ultimate vision, while remaining open to different paths to get there. While setting goals is vital, it's equally important to maintain balance in your life. Too often, people become so fixated on achievement that they sacrifice their happiness, relationships, and health in the process. This approach might yield short-term results, but it's unsustainable in the long run. True fulfillment comes from living a well-rounded life, one where personal growth coexists with joy, connection, and peace. How do you strike this balance? Start by identifying your core values, the principles that guide your decisions and define who you are. Align your goals and actions with these values, ensuring that everything you pursue contributes to a life you love. Set boundaries to protect your time and energy, saying no to commitments that don't serve your higher purpose. And make room for activities that bring you happiness and relaxation, whether it's spending time with loved ones, pursuing hobbies, or simply enjoying quiet moments alone. Remember, success isn't just about external accomplishments. It's also about inner satisfaction. Take time to reflect on your journey, appreciate how far you've come, and express gratitude for the blessings in your life. Gratitude has a transformative effect. It shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant, fostering a sense of contentment and optimism. By practicing gratitude daily, you'll find that even the toughest days hold silver linings worth cherishing. Now let's circle back to the idea of discipline. Discipline is the bridge between your current reality and your desired future. Without it, even the best intentions fall flat. Discipline means showing up consistently, even when motivation wanes. It means sticking to your commitments, even when it's inconvenient or uncomfortable. It means choosing long-term rewards over short-term gratification. But here's the good news. Discipline isn't about perfection. It's about progress. You don't have to overhaul your entire life overnight. Instead, focus on building small, sustainable habits that align with your goals. For instance, if you want to improve your fitness, start by committing to a 10-minute workout each morning. If you want to read more, begin with just 5 pages a day. These tiny actions might seem insignificant at first, but over time they build momentum and lead to extraordinary results. To strengthen your discipline, leverage accountability. Share your goals with someone you trust, a friend, family member, or coach, and check in regularly to report your progress. Knowing that someone else is counting on you can be a powerful motivator. Alternatively, use tools like journals, apps, or calendars to track your efforts and hold yourself accountable. Whatever method you choose, the key is to stay transparent and honest with yourself. Finally, let's talk about mindset. Your thoughts shape your reality. The stories you tell yourself, the beliefs you hold, and the attitudes you carry all influence the outcomes you experience. If you constantly dwell on limitations, fears, and doubts, you'll attract circumstances that reinforce those narratives. Conversely, if you cultivate a positive, empowering mindset, you'll open doors to possibilities you never imagined. Visualize your ideal future vividly. Picture yourself achieving your goals, living the life you've always dreamed of, and feeling the emotions that come with it. joy, pride, fulfillment. Visualization isn't just daydreaming, it's a powerful tool that primes your mind to recognize opportunities and take action toward making those dreams a reality. When you can see something clearly in your mind, it becomes easier to believe it's possible. And when you believe it's possible, you start behaving in ways that make it happen. That visualization alone isn't enough. You need to pair it with consistent action. Action is the fuel that turns your vision into reality. It doesn't have to be big, dramatic action every single day. Sometimes small steps are all it takes to keep moving forward. For example, if your goal is to write a book, commit to writing just one paragraph a day. If you want to save money, start by cutting out one unnecessary expense each week. These incremental efforts might feel insignificant at first, but over time, they compound into remarkable results. One of the biggest obstacles people face when trying to take action is procrastination. We all do it. We put things off until tomorrow, next week, or when the timing feels right. But here's the thing, there's never a perfect time. Life is messy, unpredictable, and full of challenges. Waiting for the stars to align only keeps you stuck. Instead, embrace the mantra of imperfect action. Do what you can with what you have, where you are, right now. Progress breeds confidence, and confidence fuels more progress. Before you know it, you'll look back and realize how far you've come. Another common barrier is fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of stepping outside your comfort zone. Fear is natural. It's part of being human. But letting it control you is a choice. You don't have to let fear dictate your decisions. Instead, acknowledge it, thank it for trying to protect you, and then move forward anyway. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's taking action despite it. Every time you push past fear, you grow stronger, braver, and more resilient. To build courage, start by reframing fear as excitement. When you feel nervous about pursuing a goal or tackling a challenge, remind yourself that those butterflies in your stomach are actually signs of anticipation. Your body is preparing you to rise to the occasion. Lean into that energy instead of running from it. Take small risks regularly to desensitize yourself to discomfort. Over time, you'll find that fear loses its grip on you, and you'll become bolder in pursuing your dream. Now let's talk about consistency. Consistency is the secret ingredient behind every great achievement. It's not about doing something perfectly once. It's about showing up day after day, even when no one is watching. Think about athletes, musicians, or entrepreneurs. They didn't reach the top overnight. They practiced relentlessly, honed their skills, and stayed committed to their craft. Success isn't glamorous. It's gritty. It's built through repetition, patience, and unwavering dedication. To cultivate consistency, establish routines that support your goals. Routines create structure and eliminate decision fatigue, making it easier to stay on track. For example, if you're working on improving your health, set aside specific times for meals, workouts, and rest. If you're building a business, dedicate blocks of time to tasks like marketing, networking, or product development. Stick to these routines as much as possible and watch how they transform sporadic efforts into steady progress. At the same time, be kind to yourself when life throws curveballs. There will be days when you miss a workout, skip a task, or fall short of your expectations. That's okay. What matters isn't perfection, it's persistence. Don't beat yourself up over setbacks. Instead, use them as reminders to refocus and recommit. Tomorrow is a new opportunity to get back on track. Let's shift gears for a moment and talk about relationships. The people around you play a huge role in shaping your mindset, habits, and ultimately your success. Surrounding yourself with positive, supportive individuals can make all the difference. They'll cheer you on during tough times, offer constructive feedback, and hold you accountable to your goal. Conversely, toxic relationships can drain your energy, derail your progress, and leave you feeling discouraged. Take inventory of the people in your life. Who uplifts you? Who inspires you to be your best self? Spend more time with those individuals. Seek out mentors, join communities aligned with your interests, and invest in friendships that nurture your growth. At the same time, distance yourself from negativity. This doesn't mean cutting people out completely. It means setting boundaries and protecting your mental and emotional well-being. Remember, relationships are a two-way street. As much as you benefit from surrounding yourself with great people, you also have a responsibility to contribute positively to their lives. Be someone others can count on. Offer encouragement, share knowledge, and lend a helping hand whenever you can. Building strong, mutually beneficial connections enriches both your personal and professional life. Now let's address another critical aspect of reaching your potential: lifelong learning. In today's fast-paced world, standing still is equivalent to falling behind. To stay ahead, you must continuously upgrade your skills, expand your knowledge, and adapt to change. Embrace a mindset of curiosity and exploration. Never stop asking questions, seeking answers, and challenging the status quo. There are countless ways to learn. Read books, listen to podcasts, attend seminars, or enroll in online courses. Follow thought leaders in your field, engage in meaningful conversations, and experiment with new ideas. The key is to remain open to growth and willing to step outside your comfort zone. Even if you're already skilled in certain areas, there's always room to improve. Mastery is a journey, not a destination. As you pursue lifelong learning, focus on developing both technical and soft skills. Technical skills are essential for excelling in your chosen profession, but soft skills like communication, empathy, and problem solving are equally important. They enable you to connect with others, navigate challenges, and lead effectively. By balancing both types of skills, you position yourself for long-term success. Speaking of leadership, let's touch on the importance of leading yourself before attempting to lead others. Self-leadership is about taking ownership of your thoughts, actions, and outcomes. It's about setting high standards for yourself, holding yourself accountable, and modeling the behaviors you wish to see in others. When you master self-leadership, you inspire trust, respect, and loyalty from those around you. To practice self-leadership, start by defining your values and principles. What do you stand for? What boundaries won't you cross? Use these guidelines to make decisions that align with your authentic self. Next, develop emotional intelligence, the ability to understand and manage your emotions, as well as empathize with others. Emotional intelligence helps you navigate conflicts, build stronger relationships, and maintain composure under pressure. Finally, prioritize continuous improvement. Regularly assess your strengths and weaknesses, seek feedback from trusted sources, and implement changes that enhance your effectiveness. Leading yourself requires humility, discipline, and a willingness to evolve, but the rewards, a sense of purpose, influence, and impact, are worth the effort. Let's circle back to the concept of purpose. Purpose is the driving force behind everything you do. It's the reason you wake up in the morning, the motivation that pushes you through tough times, and the guiding light that keeps you focused on what truly matters. Without purpose, it's easy to lose direction, feel unfulfilled, or burn out. With purpose, however, you gain clarity, passion, and resilience. Discovering your purpose starts with introspection. Ask yourself, what am I passionate about? What problems do I want to solve? How can I use my unique talents to make a difference? Write down your answers and look for patterns. Often your purpose lies at the intersection of your passions, skills, and values. Once you identify it, weave it into every area of your life. Let it inform your goals, shape your decisions, and guide your daily actions. Living with purpose doesn't mean you'll always feel excited or motivated. There will be days when you question whether you're on the right path. On those days, remind yourself why you started. Revisit your why and reconnect with the deeper meaning behind your efforts. Purpose gives you perspective, helping you push through temporary struggles in pursuit of lasting fulfillment. Now let's talk about gratitude. Gratitude is more than just saying thank you. It's a mindset that transforms how you perceive the world. When you practice gratitude, you shift your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant. You begin to notice the blessings in your life, the people who love you, the opportunities you've been given, the lessons you've learned, and you cultivate a sense of contentment and joy. To incorporate gratitude into your daily routine, start by keeping a gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3 things you're thankful for. They don't have to be monumental achievements. They can be simple pleasures, like a delicious meal, a kind gesture from a stranger, or a beautiful sunset. Reflecting on these moments trains your brain to scan for positivity, which boosts your mood and reduces stress. Gratitude also strengthens relationships. Expressing appreciation to others deepens your connection and fosters goodwill. Whether it's thanking a colleague for their help, acknowledging a friend's support, or showing affection to your loved ones, small acts of gratitude go a long way in building trust and rapport. Make it a habit to express gratitude openly and sincerely. It's a gift that benefits both you and those around you. Another powerful practice is mindfulness. Mindfulness is the art of being fully present in the moment, without judgment or distraction. It allows you to experience life more deeply, savoring each experience rather than rushing through it. Mindfulness reduces anxiety, enhances focus, and promotes overall well-being. It's a skill that anyone can develop with practice. To cultivate mindfulness, start by paying attention to your breath. Take a few minutes each day to sit quietly, close your eyes, and focus on inhaling and exhaling. Notice the sensation of air entering and leaving your body. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back to your breath. Over time, this practice helps you anchor yourself in the present moment, creating a sense of calm and clarity. You can also incorporate mindfulness into everyday activities. For instance, when eating, savor each bite instead of multitasking. When walking, pay attention to the sights, sounds, and sensations around you. When listening to someone, give them your full attention without interrupting or planning your response. These small shifts in awareness can significantly enhance your quality of life. Mindfulness pairs beautifully with intentionality. Being intentional means living deliberately, making choices that align with your values and goals. It means saying no to distractions and yes to what truly matters. Intentional living requires conscious effort, but it ensures that your time and energy are invested in pursuits that bring meaning and satisfaction. To live intentionally, clarify your priorities. What are the top 3 areas of your life that deserve your attention right now? Focus on those areas and let go of anything that doesn't serve them. Create systems and structures that support your intentions, such as scheduling regular check-ins with yourself or decluttering your physical and digital spaces. By designing your life with purpose, you reclaim control and create a foundation for lasting success. Finally, let's discuss legacy. Legacy isn't just about leaving behind material wealth or accomplishments. It's about the impact you have on the world and the people around you. How do you want to be remembered? What mark do you want to leave on humanity? Thinking about your legacy encourages you to live with greater purpose, generosity, and compassion. Building a meaningful legacy starts with serving others. Look for ways to add value to people's lives, whether through your work, volunteer efforts, or simple acts of kindness. Share your knowledge, mentor someone younger, or advocate for causes you care about. Every act of service contributes to a ripple effect of positivity that extends far beyond you. At the same time, honor your own journey. Celebrate your victories, learn from your failures, and embrace the lessons along the way. Your story is unique, and sharing it authentically inspires others to pursue their own path. By living boldly and vulnerably, you leave a legacy of courage and authenticity that resonates with generations to come. Remember, life is happening now, and the only person standing between you and your potential is you. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. It will never come. Instead, take action today, surround yourself with positivity, and commit to lifelong growth. Your dreams are worth every ounce of effort you put into them. So wake up, show up, and decide right now that you're done playing small. The future belongs to those who believe in their power to shape it. You've got greatness inside you. Now go out there and bring it to life.